Hello there everybody, welcome back to another episode of Try New Things and another episode of Can I Make a Profit? So for the last couple months I've been working on some projects using the same base material, and if you have access to the same sort of stuff, I think these are three great ideas that you may be able to do yourself and make a profit. Now that base material that I'm talking about is this. It is a barrel stave, and in my case, because I'm here in Kentucky, I have ready access to lots and lots of bourbon barrel staves. Now where you are, it may be whiskey barrels, maybe wine barrels. I think they'll all work the same. And like I said, I've been doing a number of projects, seeing what I can make out of those whiskey barrel staves, and let me show you what I came up with. Each one of these I have a separate video for, so if you're interested in the actual build process, check out those videos as well. So here are those three different projects that I did with the barrel staves. The first thing I did is I made up a batch of these baskets, and they're about 24 inches long, about a foot wide, and about 8 inches tall. Each one of those I used 6 barrel staves and a little bit, well, about 4 feet of 100-year-old barn board, which was used on the bottom and the ends and the ropes. So I'm hoping to see whether or not I can sell those for a profit. So my material costs that I have sunk into each basket is approximately $10. And it takes me about 2 hours to make one basket total. So it's a fair investment in time, not a bad investment in materials. I'm going to try to sell these for $65. So that's $55 profit. And if it takes me a couple hours, that's about, what, $27 an hour. Next up, I made these bourbon barrel coasters. This was a lot of fun making these up, and I'm going to sell them in sets of 2 and 4 from each barrel stave. Now these barrel staves, I have to order the big ones or get the big ones that have the bung hole in the middle of it, because they're extra wide. Now my cost for the extra wide barrel staves is $2.50 a piece, and I can make about 6 coasters per stave. So if I take that cost, the cost of the cork inserts, the clear coat, the stain, the consumables like sandpaper and whatnot, I think I'm just under $1 a coaster to make them. So I'm going to save $4 per set of 4 to make the math easy. And I'm going to try to sell each set of 4 for $35 a piece, or $31 profit. And to make 4 of these doesn't take me more than an hour. So again, that's about $30 per hour in profit. Now with my scraps, I made these Christmas trees. So these are the ends that I cut off for making the baskets. So my material cost is actually free in my case. But if you were to set out and do these only, it would use 3 staves. So 3 small staves, about $3 in material. I'm going to try to sell these for $45 a piece and make $42 in profit, and it really doesn't take me long, about 1 hour to make a tree. So those are the 3 easy woodworking projects that you can do using just barrel staves. Again, if you want to see the details on the build of each one of those, check out those videos. But what I have to do now is post them, try to sell them, report back, let you know if I made a profit. So stay tuned. How did we make out selling our bourbon barrel woodworking crafts? Kind of a chilly one here in the barn today, but it's been 2 weeks since we posted our bourbon barrel stave woodworking projects on Facebook Marketplace locally. So very limited exposure, I suppose, but the question is, did I sell any of them? So I'm going to start with the baskets first. So the baskets, if you remember, I was charging $65 per basket. I've got about $10 of materials per. So if I sold them, I would make $55 profit. Now, they are a lot of work. So it works out to around $17 an hour-ish once I account for my time. So it's the least money-making opportunity per hour of effort of the 3 projects. I had 4, I sold 3, so I made $55 in net profit per. So that's $165 profit from the 3 baskets I sold. I have 1 left. So now it's time to move on to those Christmas trees. So the way I made them was with the scraps left over from the Bourbon Barrel baskets. Now, so my cost was about nothing, but if I was to set out and make those on their own, they use 3 staves. So I'm going to say $5 in cost per. And I was selling those trees for $45 a piece. They take less than an hour. So I'm probably making $30, $35 per hour in net profit when I account for my time. So I made 8 of those trees. My wife confiscated 1 of them. So I'm now down to 7. And of those 7, I sold 4 so far. So 4 trees at $40 profit, that's $160 net profit on the trees. And that brings us to the coasters, which I thought, well, I still think they're fantastic. They're beautiful. I really like them a lot. I thought they'd be hot sellers. I had 10 sets of coasters, I think it was, total. And I put them up for sale for $35 for a set of 4. Now I can whip up a set of 4 in about an hour. I've got less than $5 in materials. So I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of $30 per hour for effort in those coasters. But they didn't sell like hotcakes. I did sell 2. So I have 8 sets left if anybody's interested in local. But yesterday I lowered my price to $25 for a set of 4. I think that's where we're going to settle in on the price. That's still not bad. It's about $20 per hour of effort. And yeah, so out of the 2 I sold, I made about $60 profit there. So in the 2 weeks, I made $165 off the baskets. I made $160 off the trees. So that's $325. And then about $60 off the coasters is about $385 in profit. In 2 weeks on Marketplace, I don't think that's bad. I still got nearly half my stock left, except for the baskets, down to just 1 of those. But the big question for me is, will I make them again? And I think the answer there is, yeah, I'll probably will make them again. I'm thinking about making a batch of all and maybe doing a farmer's market this summer and see if I can sell them there. But in addition to those 3 things, I also want to try to make bourbon barrel stave pumpkins for Thanksgiving and Halloween. Didn't get a chance to do that before Halloween, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving here. So I've missed this year's opportunity, but it's still something I want to try. And if it's going to be cold and rainy and wet here in the winter some weekends, what a better way to spend an afternoon than do a little bit of woodworking. So you can make money off it. It's a slow sales cycle here in Louisville, Kentucky, where you would think it would be gangbusters for all things bourbon. But again, I've just posted in 1 spot on Marketplace and just local delivery or pickup. Very expensive to ship those because that oak is very heavy. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. As always, don't forget to hit like, and do me a favor, hit subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.